How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So the time has finally come to talk about the Marathon GSAR. Now, I've been using this watch for about 8 months now, and I'm gonna give you my opinion being active duty military and using, honestly, a government search and rescue watch, right? That is why they call it the GSAR. So I have yet to find anything on YouTube talking directly about a military member using this watch and then expressing or talking about how it actually performs. So that is what we are here to do today, right? Because I have used this, I've kind of abused it. I'm gonna roll in, different footage and stuff like that, mainly photos of all the different locations that I have used and abused this watch in. And my opinion being, this is a very exceptional watch, especially for the price. And we're going to talk about a couple little negative things, of course, but it is what it is. First off, this watch was not sent to me. I purchased it with my own money. Marathon has no idea I'm doing this review. I do not receive any money from Marathon whatsoever. Zero. This is all my own opinion. I can say whatever I want about any gear I like, because that's what this channel is based on, is real truth and real world opinion, not paid off reviews, because I think there's no place, honestly, to have a paid off review, because I want to know the truth. That's what we're going to talk about here. All right, so the big issue, right? First thing is the price. A lot of people steer away from this watch because of how expensive it is, especially with the metal band. Now, the metal band is not a traditional or a technical Marathon. I purchased it just with the rubber strap, which honestly is very, very nice, but we'll dive into that here in a little bit. But I wanted to also try a metal band out, so I got a cheaper variant just to test it out, along with a NATO strap as well. But if you're getting this watch, right, with the rubber band, just that, you're talking about probably $1,100 to $1,500. $1,100 being the military discounts that they approve, plus I think I purchased this, it was like a Thanksgiving Day sale, so they added that on top of my military discount, which was very nice. But you're looking about $1,500, $1,600 for the GSAR. Now, this is the medium. This isn't the large or the jumbo. They do make a smaller model than this. So give it a few seconds or a few minutes here. I'm actually going to put hands on. We're going to dive into it. I'm going to show you some details about it. But like I said, this came with the rubber band and that was it. I added an aftermarket metal one just to test it out, and the NATO strap. Of course, the NATO strap's pretty solid. I enjoy, actually, out of all these, the rubber band that it comes with the most. This kind of really well done. They actually have like the Marathon logo etched in this, but it gives you like some grip on the inside, right? And especially if you are working in wet or hot climates. The NATO strap, in my opinion, tends to build up a lot of sweat and sucks up moisture. This rubber band does not. The metal one, it's more classy, I guess you could say, but ultimately I would stick with the rubber. Just my opinion. Your opinions may vary because you already know maybe what you like in a watch. All right, so let's go into the main features. Let's really dive in here. We're gonna go all the way in and we're gonna adjust it a little bit, right? So you can see this watch face. All right, so let's talk about some of the stuff on here, right? This is a pretty traditional watch, right? Watch face, pretty cool. But what it excels at, or what is massively different, as you may have already saw on screen, is every single one of these, which I have a drill bit to explain, every single one of those little green things, which is like the 8, the 9, the 10, all of this is tritium. So it is technically radioactive in essence. It is not harmful, but it will glow roughly for about 25 years. The half-life, if I recall, is 12 to 14, so you'll get half the life of the glowing at roughly 12 years, and it'll be roughly fully expended by that 24 to 30 year mark. But you can replace it. But what's cool about this is no matter the environment that you are in, these will glow. There's even one on the second hand, as you see up here, which is super cool. So this thing stands out when you look at it least on your wrist. Not so much as an environment as someone can see you from a good distance away, but man, this thing is super cool. I'm just like, no glow necessary. No buttons, nothing like that. It just runs. Now up here at the very top, this is not tritium up here. This one is luminescent, I guess, as it pulls in light and it will glow. That is the only thing. It does have a rotating bezel, which is super cool, right? So you can, move this thing all the way around. If I recall, it does have, I think, 120 degrees, which is really cool, is learning, how to tell north, south, east, and west just with that, which it will allow to. Of course, you can see over here on the side, it does have that radioactive sign, which is super cool because, hey, they're required to be marked if it is. Mine is a US government model. You can purchase this as a civilian. And yes, these watches are issued to the military, mainly the Navy, the Army, the Marines, and even the Air Force actually have special editions of them too. So getting into history real quick, some of you may care, may not. Marathon has been making military watches for military folks since World War II. So they're kind of good, or they have a legacy at making military timepieces, which is what I like, right? Of course, just looking at it, very, very awesome watch, right? It just kind of screams out. A lot of people, what they are concerned about is how thick it is. My opinion, it isn't that thick. Some people will say it is, and they'll say, well, I prefer something else. But realistically, it is not that bad. I mean, let's see if we have, in essence, here's a Garmin, right? This is a Garmin Instinct. And if you look at them, they're roughly, if not, this is skinnier than this watch as well. So some people are concerned about that. Some people also are concerned, if you look at this, how deep the dial goes, right? It insets in there because of the tritium tubes. I haven't personally noticed any issue with that. You can see how big the stainless steel wall is in there. And a lot of people say, well, you kind of have to look down inside the watch. I haven't noticed any issues with it whatsoever. Again, this is a tool watch. You can abuse this thing. It has, which is really nice, right one crown. It does have a seal. It's fairly large. It depends on what wrist you prefer it on. I like it on my left. Yes, a lot of people complain that this will dig in. I haven't experienced that whatsoever. Let's go out a little bit further so you can see, right? I haven't experienced that, even though you can see how much I wear it, because there's literally a giant white spot where I haven't gotten any sun because I wear this watch literally all the time. Again, getting to the military aspect of it, my military experience with this watch. It is a government search and rescue watch. And from the abuse that I have put it on, which there are scratches already, not too terrible ones, but there's some up in here. Let's get in a little bit closer. You can see what I'm talking about. Maybe if I do it in light, yep, you can see some scratches in there. This is sapphire, so man, there's nothing wrong with that. There are some scratches in here, fairly easy to buff out, but I have abused this thing quite a bit, more than your average person, that is for sure. So I think this thing is very durable. I mean, I've submerged this thing, and as you can see, if we zoom in all the way again, it is covered up at the moment with the hour, but it is 300 meters, as in my fingerprint right on it. Super cool. But hey, you guys get it. You get what a real review in essence this is. But it does say right there 300 meters, right, worth of dive capability, or how many atmospheres, I guess you could say, that goes. It is certified for that, so you can dive in it. Overall, very cool watch, right? I actually wear typically two watches. One, like the Garmin, typically goes on this side, right? And then this one goes on my left, mainly because of compartmentalization of information. I can't take smartwatches into some of my jobs, and because I'm in the military and I'm going to like secret information, I can't get into it too much. But yeah, so I need a mechanical watch, and that's why I went with this. Movement is fairly good. The only downside that I have saw so far with this watch is, being that it is an automatic, it runs slightly fast. As you can see, right? Right now it is 1741, and right here it is saying what? It's about 1744, 43. So I have noticed with this one being about 20 seconds, 20, 25 seconds fast every single day. So could I have it sent back in? Yes, but it's right at that cusp that I can kind of manage and deal with it. But ultimately, this thing is a powerhouse. I have abused it in my military service, of course, because I like doing that to things to show all of you as the users. But I would say this watch is acceptable on what you would say a battlefield or somewhere, because you don't need batteries. It's going to continue to work. It is just, you can abuse it very well, and it gives you just enough information of what you need. I will continue to wear this watch. This is probably one of my favorite watches, honestly, to date. And I've had Seikos, I've had Garmin's, right? Timexes, like quite a few. Nothing really high end, like nothing Rolex or Tudor or anything like that. But in general, this is a very cool timepiece, and I would highly recommend it. If you are interested in purchasing one of these, I would recommend, if you can, use my links. It definitely helps me out a lot, right, in supporting the channel and stuff like that. If not, you can go directly to Marathon. Again, they have no idea I'm doing this. I'm just talking about it just because I enjoy this watch, and maybe you would too. So overall, I think it is a solid win, and this is a legacy piece. You can pass this on to your kids or grandkids, stuff like that. They do make a quartz variant of this. This is the automatic, of course, but they make different models, especially the smaller model, and then they make a jumbo, and then they make like a diver pilot's watch as well with a chronograph if you really want to step it up, but it just all depends on what you want. So this is the Marathon GSAR automatic, and it has been flawless thus far as me abusing it. So it is definitely going to continue to be on my wrist, and if you guys are interested in this, definitely look at the links below. I would greatly appreciate it. So if you guys could help me out and like, subscribe, that is awesome. We also have PayPal and Patreon. Patreon gets behind the scenes kind of stuff like that. I have really good communication with them. They always like talk to me, say, hey, what do you want to see? What do they want to see? All that kind of stuff behind the scenes. So I recommend, hey, taking a look over there. You will get behind the scenes content and content that never releases here on YouTube. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely recommend it. We also have merchandise, right? Stickers, patches, stuff like that going on my web store. So take a look at that if you are interested in supporting the channel and you want some pretty awesome, you know, M81 patches, or the traditional, you know, prepared airman kind of patch or stickers in exactly the same exact model. So if you guys enjoyed this, we're going to do another review here probably at the year and a half mark of this, and we're just going to keep updating you. So definitely like, subscribe if you want to see more than that. Greatly appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a great day.